Question. In one novel by this author, the abused wife Magdalena saves the protagonist from her husband, Buck Scales. Another work by this author chronicles the journey of Thea Kronborg as she becomes an opera singer. A third novel by this author focuses on a family of Swedish-American immigrants in the town of Hanover. This author's novel, The Song of the Lark, is part of her Prairie trilogy. This author also wrote a novel in which the title Bohemian Woman eventually marries Anton Cusack after moving back to Nebraska and is friends with Jim Burden. For 10 points, name this author of O Pioneers and My Antonia. Answer, Willa Cather. Question. The last book of a poem by this author sees Aristeus travel to the underworld to restore his bee colonies. Another poem by this author is written as a dialogue between the shepherds Tityrus and Melobius, and is the first of a set of 10 bucolic poems. One part of a work by this man describes funeral games on Sicily. This author of the Georgics and the Eclogues describes the Ilipersis in his most famous work. In that poem, the protagonist kills Turnus after remembering the death of his friend Pallas. For 10 points, name this Roman poet who described Aeneas' journey after fleeing Troy in his epic poem, The Aeneid. Virgil, except Publius Virgilius Maro. Question. In one work by this author, the protagonist gets drunk and sells his wife to Captain Newson. In another novel by this author, a suicide note reading, "Done because we are too many," is left by little Father Time, who kills Sue's bridehead's children. In addition to a novel about Gabriel Oakes' attempts to marry Bathsheba, this author wrote a novel in which the title character is arrested at Stonehenge after killing Alec and running away with Angel Clare. For 10 points, name this author of Far from the Madding Crowd and Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Answer, Thomas Hardy. Question. A story from the Manners of Kings chapter of a novel in this language contains the lines, "Human beings are members of a whole, in creation of one essence and soul." In addition to the Rose Garden, one poem written in this language states that this being human is a guest house. A national epic in this language includes the story of Rostam and Sohrab, and a collection of quatrains in this language states, "The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on." For 10 points, Rumi wrote his spiritual couplets in what language, also used by Omar Khayyam in the Rubaiyat? Answer, Persian, except Farsi. Question. One character in this play calls another by the pet names of my glancing stream and my crystal. A woman in this play fearfully wonders if another has no face left, then requests not to sit on a green sofa. Before this play begins, Florence kills a lesbian postal clerk by turning on the gas at night. One character in this play is revealed to have been an army deserter in Brazil, while another had drowned the baby she had with Roger. Garcin, Inez, and Estelle find themselves trapped in a room together in this play that declares, "Hell is other people." For 10 points, name this play by Jean-Paul Sartre. Answer, No Exit, or Huis Clos.